Morning students, how are you all? I hope you all are safe at your home. So this video is for the students of class 9, subject science, chapter number 4, that is structure of an atom. In this video, I shall take the solutions of the class test which was given to you yesterday for solving. So let's start. Question number 1 was Rutherford's experiment on scattering of the alpha particles showed for the first time that the atom has nucleus, electron, proton, neutron. So the answer is A part, nucleus. Okay. Coming to question number 2. According to Bohr-Bury scheme, the maximum number of electrons that can be accommodated in a given shell, it is given by the formula. The options are n square, 2n square, 3n square, 2. So the answer is B option, 2n square, where n is the shell number. Coming to question number 3. Which of the following does not represent Bohr's model of an atom? So there are 4 options given. In the first option, the electronic configuration is 2, 6. In the second option, the electronic configuration is 4, 8. In the third option, the electronic configuration is 2, 7. In the fourth option, the electronic configuration is 2 and 10. So out of these, the first case is correct and the third case is also correct, because the maximum number of electrons that can be filled in the outermost shell, that is second shell, it is 8. So it is less than 2. So the first and third option are correct and second and fourth option does not represent. So the answer is C option, second and fourth. Coming to fourth question. An atom with 3 protons and 4 neutrons will have the valency. We have to calculate the valency. The number of protons are 7. It means the atomic number is 3. The number of protons are 3. It means the atomic number is 3. So what is the electronic configuration? 2 and 1. Now what is the valency? Valency is 1. So the option is B, 1. Coming to fifth question. 2 electrons are filled in the first shell and 8 electrons are filled in the second shell. And it is saying the nucleus contains 8 protons and 8 neutrons. Protons are 8, means atomic number is 8. So write down the electronic configuration, 2 and 6. Now 6 electrons are present in the outermost shell. So how did it come 8? Because it has gained 2 electrons to complete its octet. That's why the configuration becomes 2, 8. So the atomic number is 8. What is the element? It is oxygen. And 2 electrons have been gained. So it is 2 and it is gaining means minus. So the answer is D part, O2 negative. Clear? Coming to sixth question. An ion X contains 7 protons, 7 neutrons and 10 electrons. Now you have to write the formula of this ion X. So how to write the formula? Symbol. Here we write the mass number and here we write the atomic number. Now what is the mass number? Mass number means protons plus neutron. So 7 plus 7, 14. And what is the atomic number? Atomic number is equal to number of protons. So 7. So the answer is 14x7, where 14 is the mass number and 7 is the atomic number and x is the symbol. Coming to question number 7th now. A part. Atomic number of an element is 16. What will be the valency? You have to calculate the valency. So write down the electronic configuration first. What will be the electronic configuration? 2, 8, 6. Okay, this is the electronic configuration. Now what is the valency? Since the outermost shell is 6 electrons, so it will gain 2 electrons to complete its octet to become stable. So the valency is 2. Okay, coming to B part, the atomic number of neon is 10. Write its electronic configuration. So what is electronic configuration of 10? 2 in the first shell and 8 in the second shell. So 2, 8. This is the electronic configuration of neon. Clear, students? Coming to question number 8. Describe Bohr's model of an atom. So you have to describe, you have to write the postulates. Along with the postulates, draw the diagram also. So what are the postulates? Number 1. Only certain spatial orbits known as discrete orbits of electrons are allowed inside the atom. Number 2. While revolving in discrete orbits, the electrons, they do not radiate energy. Okay, students. So these are the 2 postulates given by Bohr. Along with the postulates, you will draw the diagram also. This is the nucleus. First shell K shell, second shell L shell, third shell M shell, fourth shell N shell. Okay, these orbits or shells are called as energy levels. Okay, so you have to draw this diagram also. So this is question number 8. Now coming to question number 9. Question number 9 is, the atom of an element has 9 proton, 9 electron and 10 neutron. Now what is the first part? What is the atomic number of the element? You know that atomic number is equal to number of protons and number of protons are given 9. So the atomic number is 9. Coming to B part, what is the mass number of element? What is the mass number? It is proton plus neutron. So protons are 9, neutrons are 10. So the answer is 19U. This is the mass number. Coming to C part, name the element. You have to write what is the name of the element with atomic number 9. It is fluorine. The atomic number 9 is fluorine, represented by symbol F. Coming to D part, predict the valency of the element. You have to predict what is the valency. You know the atomic number. So write down the electronic configuration. It will be 2, 7. So what is the valency? Valency is 1. Because it will gain 1 electron to complete its octet. So valency is 1. So this is question number 9. Coming to question number 10. The relative atomic mass of copper is given 63.5 U. Okay. Now this copper exists in 2 isotopes, 63 Cu29 and 65 Cu29. You have to calculate the percentage of these 2 isotopes. Okay. So let the percentage of first isotope, that is 6329 copper, be X%. Then the percentage of another isotope, that is 6529 copper, it will become 100 minus X%. Okay. Now just substitute these values in the formula. The mass of first isotope, that is 63, multiplied by its percentage, that is x, plus mass of second isotope, that is 65, multiplied by its percentage, that is 100 minus x, whole divided by 100, that is equal to average atomic mass 63.5, that is given in the question. So just solve this and find out the value of x. So after solving, you will get the value of x as 75. So the percentage of 6329 copper, that will be 75%. That will be of 6329 copper. Okay. And the percentage of second isotope, that is 6529 copper, that will be 100 minus 75. That will be 25%. Clear, students? So the answer is 75% and 25%. Now coming to question number 11. In question number 11, you have been given two diagrams, X and Y. Okay. And the shaded circles, they represent proton, and the unshaded circle represent the neutron. So the first part is, what are the proton number of elements X and Y? So for element X, the number of protons means the shaded circles, they are 6. And for Y, the number of proton, that is shaded circle, that is 7. Okay. Coming to B part, what is the nucleon number of element X and Y? What is nucleon? Nucleon is basically sum of neutron plus proton, means the mass number. So you have to calculate for X and Y both. For element X, protons are 6 and neutron, when you will see unshaded part, that is 8. So what is nucleon? It will be 6 plus 8, 14. Same for Y, protons are 7. Now see for neutrons. Neutrons are also 7. So the total will be 7 plus 7, 14. So the nucleons are 14 and 14 in both the cases, X and Y. Clear, students? Now coming to C option, write down the electronic configuration of elements X and Y. You have to write the electronic configuration for X and for Y. For element X, what is the number of proton? Number of protons are 6. It means the atomic number is 6. So write down the electronic configuration. It will be 2 and 4. For element Y, number of protons are 7. So write down the electronic configuration. It will be 2 in the first shell and 5 in the second shell. So the answer is 2, 4 for X, 2, 5 for Y. Clear, students? D part is, what name is given to such pair of elements X and Y? So students, when you will see the elements X and Y, the atomic number is different, but the mass number is same. So the answer is isobars. These are the pair of isobars. Atomic number different, but mass number is same. So the answer is isobars. Clear, students? So these were the solutions of the test paper. I hope you are clear with each and every part. So that's it. Thank you.